Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to be doing a challenge today that Kovok wanted me to try out. The idea behind the challenge is I'm going to be playing with a whole bunch of pets that, generally have kind of a very predictable move set. So, like, for example, with little Ragnaros, you're almost always going to see it with his basic attack, his trap, and then Sons of the Flame. And I'm going to be picking all of the opposite moves from what you'll generally see. So, I'll be running the Conflagrate build with Magma Wave, and, like for the Rose type, and you're almost always going to have the Poison, the Puncture Wound, and the Blind. So I'm running all the other moves. I'm running all the wrong moves. Quote unquote wrong moves. You can. Some of these pets are actually decent no matter what moves you run. So, I'll hopefully do okay, but it'll definitely be a little bit harder to win than just playing with the general move set that you would expect. So let's go ahead and hit him with a flamethrower. Let's see what he does. He might try to stun me. But if he doesn't, this will be a lot of damage. Let's see what happens here. Alright. I mean, Flyby is just terrible, so I'm assuming he has the stun. I'm not sure why he hasn't used it yet. Maybe he'll use it now. Oh, he actually has Flyby. Okay, cool. I'll take it. I'll need all the help I can get with this challenge, because, well, as you can probably see from my win rate, it's not easy to win when you're playing all the wrong moves. Some of these teams are actually alright, because like the Shore Butterfly is really good no matter what moveset you run. Generally, you're probably going to want to run Wind Buffet and Cyclone, so I'm running, Sandstorm, Cocoon Strike, but it's still a decent moveset. Like, it won the last big major PvP Pet Battle Tournament. So, it's definitely viable. I think I'll go for a flamethrower here if I survive. I didn't because I have Shatter defenses, whatever, weakened defenses. It's okay. I'm too slow to really be much use later on, so I think that was fine to sack him. I'll go ahead and bring in my Hermit Crab now, I think. Well, Call Lightning's out. I don't really want to bring in my Rose type in. And I think I'm going to get Shell Armor on cooldown. I think it's a lot more valuable than Whirlpool. Don't have any way to dodge that, unfortunately, because I'm not running Bubble or Dive. It's kind of debatable what the, quote-unquote wrong moves are for the Hermit Crab, because, obviously you're always going to want Dive. That's kind of a given. But then for his basic attack, I think Fish Slap is better, so I went with Pinch. And then, Bubble's probably more valuable in the current meta, because, like, if you think about it, like, going up against a Sandstorm pet, what's really going to help you? Avoiding all of the damage from the Sandstorm, or, like, mitigating it by 219 when it's, like, 1,000 damage coming your way? Probably the Bubble. So, longer cooldown, but I think just more valuable as a move than Shell Armor. But, there's an argument to be made for Shell Armor. That's what I picked here, though, because I think it's, the wrong move. But now that Call Lightning is gone and I'm stunned anyways, I think I will go ahead and swap to the Rose type in. A little bit worried about this Blossoming Ancient, but I actually have a decent moveset right here with the Hermit Crab for killing healer elementals like this. So let's go ahead and stack up Vicious Fang. We got our Beast Racial procced, so when he comes in, I think I was saving my Paralyzing Venom on purpose because I want to keep him as low health as possible. I'm not going to bother going for Crouch because most likely this guy's going to be running the, correct move set, which is Iron Bark, Photosynthesis, and Sunlight, which will make him very difficult to kill, but we got him. If you got that Photosynthesis off earlier in the game and just kind of kept that thing alive in the back row, it would have been really difficult to kill, even with Whirlpool and Pinch, but I think I would have been able to kill him. It's hard to say. I mean, I only have 272 attack power. I don't actually know how that matchup goes, and I don't really want to find out. It's never fun fighting Blossoming Ancients. I am actually playing with one, but, as you can guess, with the exact opposite move, from what I'm sure he had. I don't know if he had Iron Bark and Photosynthesis, but I can imagine what was going to happen if I let him stay alive. So, let's play with this team. I haven't actually tried this particular team out. This win rate is I used to have the Fiendish Imp in this slot, and with Nethergate and Immolation, it's a really, really strong pet. Probably still top 10 pets in the meta. It's always been good, but with Seer Magic and Flamethrower and Rush, it is terrible. So I'm gonna go with the Wicked Soul because it's not quite as bad with with its off moveset. Jingles isn't actually that bad with the wrong moveset. Like Huge Fang is garbage, but with his Beast Racial and Feathered Frenzy up, its feet actually hits really hard and does a lot of healing. And then Lost Quill, not going to be very useful here, unfortunately. But we'll see. This guy I've played before, he actually likes to start with his Direhorn. So, fortunately, these two pets are faster after... actually, maybe all three of my pets are faster than him after the Primal Cry. I don't know about the Wicked Soul. Okay, cool, I'm faster, so I cannot be interrupted. Just barely. 1 speed faster, that's fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and hit him with an Agony here. Oh, this is so good. Okay, I'm really glad that this guy's getting unlucky, because his team is really, really strong, and I'm going to have a really hard time beating him. So, I'll take all the luck I can get. I think here I'm just going to go for a Ghostly Bite. And he's actually passing? Why would you do that? Anyways, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to try to win this battle. So, here I think my best bet is probably to bring in Jingles. Wait, what? Oh, of course, he went first because he has Trihorn Charge. Which I think... Did Trihorn Charge get nerfed? Was it always only 345 damage? I feel like it used to be more. Anyways. We're going to... We're actually... this is really awkward because... Oh, yes, we went first. I was going to say, he's probably going to hit us with Primal Cry, which means that we'll then be slower than his Karaji Guardling, which means... he can just stun us and, ruin our plan to full heal with feet. But we got a high-end Feathered Frenzy, which is super lucky. Like, we really needed that high-end. So this is actually going really, really, really well for us. We're going to go for a feed here and hopefully be almost full health. He's going to hit us with a really hard-hitting Sandstorm, but, it's okay. We had to eat that with somebody. And I think now I should probably bring in the Wicked Soul immediately to try to get him with the Curse of Doom. I mean, the smart thing for him to do is to bring in his Bone Serpent and lift off whenever the Curse of Doom's about to go off. But he didn't do that, so that's great. Fantastic news, really. We'll go for an Agony. It's, mitigated a bit by Sandstorm, but it's still strong damage against him, so I think it'll, still hit him for something. We'll go ahead and hit him with a Ghostly Bite here before we procs our Racial. Hopefully we survive and we can use our Wicked Soul again later. We did. That's really good that he got on the low end. Alright, he's going to die in 2 turns no matter what. I really wish that I had the right moves. That would be poggers. We'll go ahead and bring in Jingles to heal. And, kill him. The smart move would probably actually have been for him to predict that we'll swap and to hit us with a Clobber, but he didn't do that, so... we're going to actually just... Feathered Frenzy. So that we have both our Beast Racial and Feathered Frenzy active, so we can get a nice fat heal here. Even if we miss a few times under Darkness, I think we can still win here, but I'm not going to, count my eggs before they lay chickens or something like that. That's how it goes, right? Alright. Let's see here. If we just land a Ghostly Bite, he's dead. So let's go for it, since he's probably going to go for a liftoff here. Let's see if we can land this. Yes! Alright. Gonna be the sigh of relief, because that was a team I did not expect to beat. He was farming me happily for, my practice games. So I'm happy to give him a loss finally. Even if it was RNG, I'll take it. Alright, hopefully we don't queue into him again, because that is a very hard team to beat. Sandstorm and Darkness are just too good. Alright, I mean, I might beat him with this team, but I probably won't, so I'm just gonna, you know, admire the view and, you know, show off some of my cool mounts, and definitely not Q dodge him, but oh, I guess he's probably queued into somebody else, and you know, now we may as well, you know, just queue up. So yeah, Sneaky Marmot, it's debatable what you would run for the third slot. Bros, it's alright, but I think Smoke Bomb's generally what you're going to want to run with it, just because like there's so few pets with Smoke Bomb. I guess there's a few more now in Shadowlands, but like, you know, if you have Smoke Bomb, you may as well use it, because it is kind of a cool ability. I guess now that Merklat's, you know, completely removed from the meta, it's not as good as it used to be. Because it used to be like one of the few ways that you could actually counter his Righteous Inspiration AoE combo. But yeah, I literally haven't seen a single Merklat. Not that I've been pet battling a lot in Shadowlands, but like in the probably a couple hundred battles that I've done, I literally haven't seen a single Merklat with, you know, Righteous Inspiration or Shield Storm. It's just not that good of a pet, and I mean it was rare to run into it anyway, since it's a super rare pet. But you know, that's debatable. Obviously, you're always going to want blinding powder, because it's super good. So I'm running with Prowl, and then there's really no wrong move with the basic attack. They're both, you know, decent. I just went for Jab because, well, I have flying damage here, so my Shore Butterfly isn't going to do great against dragons. So, you know, there's nothing against the rules with having damage diversity. But the idea behind this team, the reason I went with this, and I considered this like the quote-unquote wrong moves for the Shore Butterfly. I might have... Okay, I was just making sure I was still in queue. If you queued into this team, what you would probably expect, seeing a Jade Mist Dancer and then a Flyer with Cyclone, is, oh, it's a Clone Dance team, right? You know, you're probably gonna have Wind Buffet and Cyclone, and then Rain Dance and Acid Rain. You know, the usual meta team. So I'm running Sandstorm here with Cocoon Strike, and then all of the exact opposite moves from what you'll almost always see with the Jade Mist Dancer. And I've found it's actually pretty good. Like, you know, it's not like meta defining or anything, but having well, Sandstorm's just really strong anyways, and then having Jade Skin on top of it, actually makes your Jade Mist Dancer very tanky. Doesn't really have any heals or anything to take advantage of it, since you don't have Rain Dance, but it's kind of funny. I actually haven't ended up using my Sneaky Marmot at all. Generally, these two pets just solo. What am I at? Like 2-0 or 3-0? Yeah, I'm only 2-0, so I don't know how good this team is, but I'm expecting to win unless I queue into like a really, really competitive team. I'm worried that my meta is kind of slowing down, and then it might be just the really try-hard teams right now, so I might have trouble getting wins from here on out. But yeah, I'm 2-0, so it's okay. You can't win them all. Really hope I get a Q pop soon, though, because I'm worried I'm going to get that Karaji Guardling Bone Serpent player again, and I don't know. It's not like I have the worst matchup here against him. My Shore Butterfly is alright against his Direhorn, well, and his Bone Serpent, actually, kind of, depending on if I can Cocoon Strike the Darkness or not. The Sneaky Marmot's actually pretty fantastic against the Karaji Guardling with the right moveset, but with you know, Prowl, he's pretty useless. The only thing I really have going for me is I can't be stunned, and I'm faster than him. But you know, we'll see. Hopefully they accept the queue this time. Oh no, it's the same guy. Okay, well, I guess it's fair for him to get a rematch. So, kind of had a feeling this would happen. We're going to go ahead and go for a Sandstorm to mitigate that AoE damage. It's still going to hurt our critter a lot, but we're faster than him, so that's good. He'll probably just go for a Trihorn charge since he can't interrupt me, and it's more damage. So, So I stay in. I mean, I take weak damage, so I don't really see any reason not to. I'm just going to go for scratches, I think. I don't think it's worth it to go for Cocoon Strike. I mean, technically, I could still have Cyclone as far as he knows, so there's no reason to you know, give away what I'm playing yet. Let's go for another scratch here. Okay, it'd be really nice if he would miss a Trihorn charge again. Yes, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Blizzard. I love you. Alright, so now if we can predict his Sandstorm right now and block it, this will be, as they say, poggers. This is great. This is going so well. Alright. Now, he's faster than my Jade Mist Dancers, so that's not great, but I can probably... Let's see here. I'm going to bring in my Sneaky Marmot. He might avoid this combo with a Liftoff, so I'm hesitant to go for my Prowl Burrow combo. But I kind of want to try it to see if I can get away with it. That would be pretty funny. I'm gonna try it. Let's see. Does he swap? He hasn't swapped yet. He has to swap now if he wants to avoid it. Does he do it? Would be hilarious if he doesn't remember that I'm a critter and he goes for Clobber. Yes, he stayed in. Oh, this is so good. Okay, please, please land. If I miss, I'm gonna be so sad. Yes, big damage. All right, that's great. So this is going really well for us. We're going to stay in here and go for jabs. Oh, if we get a high end here, we have to get a really, really, really high end to kill him. Oh, that was not really, really high end. Okay, well, you're not that useful with the wrong moveset anyway, so I'm gonna accept. I'm not gonna be too sad about you dying there. Now, does Scratch kill you under Sandstorm? I don't think so. How much does it mitigate? 70. So 217 minus 70 is math is really hard. Okay, well, let's just do 156 plus 70. That's easier. 220. Yeah, it's not enough. I don't think. I'm going to be so mad if it was enough damage, but I'm just going to go for Sandstorm. Oh, that was probably not the play. I will so take it, though. That's really good. Okay. I got to really pay attention here. Do I... I think I just want to go for scratches. I could try to save my flying racial, but I don't think it'll... I don't think it'll happen. Okay, he might go for... He's probably just going to go for Bone Barrage. I don't think he's going to go for a Liftoff. No, I needed him to miss one more Bone Barrage. Okay. Okay. If we get... Yeah, even a low end will kill him. So we're going to go ahead and activate his Undead Racial. I was thinking about getting fancy and throwing up a Geyser, but no, the play is definitely to take out his Undead Racial. I mean, if he tries to swap, he just dies. I can't miss because I'm an Elemental. And then the tricky question is, do I go for... Wait, he passed? Why would you do that? The tricky question is, do I go for Geyser or Jade Skin? I don't think I'm going to live long enough for Geyser to matter at all, so I'm just going to go for Jade Skin and try to survive. At this point, I just have to survive, you know, his obvious Blackout Kick, Crush, Sandstorm combo, and then kill him on the next turn. If he misses anything, I basically just win. Alright. It doesn't matter what we do. Alright. We just have to... He's getting really low end, so I think we've just got him here. I mean, we could get a really low end hit, and he could get a crit, but I think... Nice. Oh, I did not expect to win that, I'm not going to lie. I don't know... He passed there when he could have gone for a Liftoff, I think, right? Oh well, I'm not going to think too much about it. I'm just going to queue it up and see how it goes. Yeah. But I feel like he passed there on his on the turn that I got his undead racial when he should have just gone for a liftoff. Because, well, okay, from my point of view, it's obvious, right? Like, I have Jade Skin. He's not going to get any value out of Bone Barrage. I guess from his point of view, he doesn't know that I'm running Jade Skin yet. He's probably assuming I have Rain Dance. So in his mind, he's thinking, I'll probably get more value out of just passing and then going for Bone Barrage than, you know, hitting him with Liftoff. So, I guess having the wrong moves paid off there. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I feel like he literally didn't do anything on the last turn, or on not his last turn, but his second to last turn of his undead. Not sure. Anyways, cool. Back-to-back wins against a really try-hard team. Alright, this is not as difficult to beat because he has the wrong breed Fiendish Imp, but... Oh, and I have a Spine Bug. This is great. I forgot I changed this pet. I used to have actually 2 different pets here, I think, and I changed them to Kovok and the Spine Bug. So, this is actually great. He likes to start with his Rotten Little Helper. So what I'll probably do is start with my Kovok. I gotta remember, I don't have Dazzling Dance with the Spine Bug, because generally the moveset you're going to want to run is probably Tail Slap, Dazzling Dance, and Return to Rest. I mean, it's really debatable what you... Oh, I forgot I have... Oh no, I forgot. I'm not running the right moveset with Kovok, of course. So I don't have Poison Fang. Uh-oh. Alright. So I actually know that he has Call Blizzard, so... I think I'm going to save Kovok for later. I feel like he's going to be useful. So, this is going to buff all of my damage. I think the best thing I can do is hope that he misses with Autumn Breeze, so I should use that ASAP. Yes, he missed. That's really good for me. So he has literally no way to avoid this. Somebody's going to get stunned with this. Oh, he missed again. That's so unfortunate. I really didn't need him to miss twice. I kind of feel bad for him because, like, he doesn't have the strongest team ever. Like, it has some decent synergy, but it's... I didn't need, you know, it's only a 25% chance to miss. On a Breeze isn't that great, so I got very lucky for sure there. If I stay in, I do die. So, is this guy possibly still useful? I don't think so, because I'm slower than both of these pets. I think the best thing I can do is to actually just die here. Oh, he should have gone for Call Blizzard, because I'm not chilled. I'm not going to take extra damage from Ice Lance. So that's pretty good. So now the Rotten Little Helper's dead. Definitely dead here. There's nothing I can do about it, so I'm just gonna accept my fate. I don't have my poison anymore, so I can't really take advantage of Puncture Wound, but... Let's see here. I'm gonna bring in Kovok. Go ahead and hit him with a Body Slam. He's gonna stun somebody, so I guess it's gonna have to be Kovok because my Spine Bug is too useful. I have strong damage against him, but my strong damage is actually less damage than Kovok with Body Slam. So maybe I should just eat it with my Spine Bug. I think what I'll do here is I'll go for Digest Brains in case he tries to... Oh no, he got a crit. That's so unfortunate. Alright, I'm going to save Kovok for later. What I was thinking is he might expect me to swap and then go for a Frost Shock, but there was really no reason for him to do that because of Blizzard. So, come on. I hope I'm not lagging out. No, I missed my turn because I lagged out. That's terrible. Okay. I think. Did I lag out? I think I missed my turn. No. I just almost did. Alright. I'm talking too much and I need to pay attention here. I think I should just spam Bone Bite. Alright, we're going to go ahead and hit him with a Squeeze, because we want to go first. And he's just barely outside of kill range. That's okay. We got a crit. That's actually really, really, really good, because I think I was too far behind without that crit to possibly win here. I might still lose, but because he has the wrong breed Fiendish Imp, I think I'm actually going to be able to beat him here. Do I go for Digest Brains or Body Slam? I'm going to go for the heal. I feel like that's the right move. Yeah, that was definitely the play. So now we don't want to accidentally die too soon, so we're going to go for Puncture Wound. I don't think there's any way I actually would have won that if he didn't miss those 2 times, and then the crit on the Kunlai Runt when he was just barely out of kill range was just so important. That was actually the game decider right there. Kind of sad for him. I feel bad. If he just had the speed finish up, I think he would have just won. Plus, he kind of didn't really play to his advantages. Like, you know, you should probably always start with the Fiendish Imp and just get your immolation rolling so you get some value out of that dot and healing, and, you know. I just happen to know what his playstyle was because I played him before, so I was also able to take advantage of that. I'll take it. I think before I was running with, like, the Moontouch Netherwhelp, and, I can't remember. Oh, it was the Infernal Pyre Claw. And the problem I was running to with that team was all my pets are so slow. I think my fastest pet is the Netherwhelp, and he's only 289. So if he's faster, he's really good, but if he's not faster, he's kind of useless. So, especially with the moveset I was running, I think the moveset that you generally want to run with him is the dot, the AoE, and the blind. So I was running the dodge and the swap out with Nether Blast. And it was rough. I was having, as you can see, some trouble getting wins with that team. Well, I lost twice in a row and gave up. So we got another humanoid, triple humanoid team. This might be the same guy, just trying to get his family brawler off of us. So that's a good thing, but we have Curse of Doom, but he might be able to cleanse it. I'm going to start with my Detective Ray. Oh, or my Anomalous, apparently. And I'll just go for a Void Nova. Ow. Okay. I think I'm going to bring my Nightshade Sproutling, just soak whatever he does here. And that way I can just use Nature's Ward and heal. Generally, the moveset you're going to want with this guy is Lash, Call Darkness, and Blind. But fortunately, these moves are actually alright. I mean, Poison Lash is kind of garbage, but let's see here. What do we want to do? We're faster than him. I think the play is to eat this Ice Tomb with Anomalous. I mean, we won't eat it with anybody because he's about to die, but we'll get out another Void Nova, so we're getting a little bit of AoE damage out. Wasn't able to use Contagion Strike with Poison Lash, but, you know, it's okay. This is going alright. Unfortunately, my only undead attack is Curse of Doom, and I don't think he's going to... I don't think I'm going to get any value out of that with this Winter's Little Helper, because he's just going to die too fast. I think I'll go for a Poison Lash just to get the dot rolling ASAP. I'm just going to kind of use my Nightshade Sproutling to tank for me. I'll eat some damage, throw up my hot, and then this is going to be a lot of damage because it's buffed by 25%. 700, nice. Alright. And then, I can't remember. This is not enough damage to kill him, I'm sure. I don't even need to see how much it is, but he should die from the dot. And then I don't think he has anything that can kill me, so I should be able to throw up my Nature's Ward and swap to the back line. Hopefully he doesn't stun me here. If he stuns me, that'd be really bad, but fortunately I won the speed tie. He tried to stun me, but it didn't work. Alright, so now that I have my hot rolling, I guess I should go ahead and dot him up. It'll be buffed by 25% because of Blizzard, and he doesn't have the AoE, so he can't possibly kill me on the back line. Now we'll bring in Detective Ray. We can't really do anything except jabs. It might be worth it to go for Curse of Doom. I'm gonna go for it. If he gets like a perfumed arrow to proc, then I think that he'll actually survive long enough for that Curse of Doom to kill him, so that's probably the play. I still wish I brought in Detective Ray at the beginning. That would have been really good against the Winter's Little Helper, but it didn't happen. I just realized, have I gone 4-0? I guess I have. So, if I lose, it's okay. Got literally no value out of that Curse of Doom, lol. But, it's okay. I think we're actually just gonna win here. Did I get like a really lucky crit with jab or something? I wasn't paying attention to. I guess I got some really high-end hits. I'm surprised that he died before Curse of Doom went off, honestly. Alright, and we're just gonna go for jab here. He's definitely gonna be dead before Curse of Doom ever goes off. And he's probably going to cleanse it. Because, I mean, most wretched servants have consume magic. Not like there's a lot of them in the meta or anything. Yeah, he's dead. Nightshade Sproutling, OP. It doesn't matter what moveset you have. Cool. Alright, well, I actually got, you know, that challenge done a lot easier than I thought it would. And I didn't fight the easiest competition either. I mean, really, it was this guy that was giving me troubles. And I got really lucky with this win, actually. Probably should not have won that game, but I'll take it. Alright. Do I want to play another game? Let's see here. I kind of want to play one more game just for bonus content, because I feel like that went by kind of fast. There was one pet that Kovok also wanted to see me play with, so let me see. I'll go ahead and stone this guy and make a team with it real quick. This isn't going to be, you know, wrong moves team or anything. I'm going to actually try to win with this, but let's see here. Do I want Curse of Doom or Death Grip? Probably Death Grip. That's actually really kind of cool. Let's put him with Jingles, because Minefield. So this is the right moveset. And then what would go well with this? Nathan had an anomalous, and he actually totally destroyed me with that team, so maybe a magic pet's a good idea. I feel like having AoE is a good idea. Is there like an elemental or an undead that would do well? Oh, I know why he had anomalous. It was so that he could use Huge Fang. Alright, well, let's see what we're weak against. We're weak against elementals right now. No, we're not. We have Deep Claw. We don't have a whole lot of weaknesses here because we have a lot of damage diversity. I think I can basically just play whatever I want. Maybe a Dazzling Dance pet would be really strong. These are already really fast pets, so maybe I don't need that. I actually take forever making teams, so maybe I should just play. And not worry too much about what I put with it. What do I not play with very often? I haven't played with Bronze Whelpling like at all. And this is a really fast team. Does this fit in with the theme here? Let's see, we got more magic damage. I don't really need more magic damage. I kind of need elemental damage because I think that's what I'm missing here, is I need elemental damage because of Jingles' obvious weakness to mechanicals. Well, I like the Void Glower a lot. I was actually thinking about using him with all the wrong moves, so let's use him with the right moves. I'm going to kind of take a page out of Kovok's book and play with a Poison Protocol pet. I think there's something to be said for that. This team is really strong. Actually, I gotta come up with a team name. Oh no, and I take even longer making team names. This was a bad idea. I should have done this before the video. My apologies. Alright, we just gotta come up with something. We gotta name it something. Oh, come on. You gotta be creative. I am not creative at all. Okay, not creative at all. That's a perfect name for now. And we'll put it in new teams. Alright, cool. Well, this should be a really fun team. The only thing that I really see giving it trouble immediately is Sandstorm. Oh, I should have brought a weather pet of some sort. That would have been smart. Because if I queue into Sandstorm, I'm in a lot of trouble. Fortunately, he doesn't have Sandstorm, so he might have Darkness. This is a really cool pet. I want to play with it. Haven't made any teams with it yet. Alright, let's see here. What's he going to start with? I mean, he most likely will just start with his first pet, right? So, I think I'm just going to start with my Void Glower, because no matter what he starts with, I can just blind and reset. Or get an AoE out, which is probably what I will do. I think I'm just going to go for the AoE. Alright, so he does strong damage to me, which means I don't want to stay in. I think the play is to bring in Jingles, probably. Get down a minefield and then swap him. That sounds like a good idea to me, so I'm going to do it. The only real weakness I see to this team, besides, you know, the fact that it has no weather, is I have really low health, so I have to be very, very careful with my health. I think I want to go for Booby Trap Presence immediately. I don't think I have time to go for Gift of the Winter's Veil, or Gift of Winter's Veil, and I've actually just barely not got my Beast Racial, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. I don't need it. It's still, This is actually a tough one. Do I go for... I think I actually just stay in here. I think I'm swapping too much. With how little health that I have on my team, I'm starting to realize I don't have the extra health to just swap around all day. So I think I need to sacrifice Jingles here, which is... It's kind of a double win. First of all, I'm not going to miss out on the damage that I would be missing out if I swapped. And second of all, now my Beast Racial's procced for this... for this Booby Trap Presence. So we'll go ahead and Blinding Poison here. Hopefully he goes for another Soul Rush. Fantastic, he did. Let's go ahead and throw out another Poison Protocol. And then we'll bring in the Maw Crawler to save our health on the Void Glower. I don't think the Void Glower is actually just the best pet in the world for me to pair with this team. Really, I need a weather, but I think I need to focus more on winning this battle than trying to think about what team I should play. I should spend time when I'm not recording thinking about what team to play. So we're going to go ahead and swap him out, take away his Undead turn. Unfortunately, the minefield is going to bug out here, so you'll see if you're not familiar with this bug. He is going to have... Yeah, I was hoping to get the stun. He's actually going to have 2 turns here of his Undead Racial. Wait, did they fix it? Oh, they fixed it. There used to be a bug where if you kill something with minefield and they're undead, then they get like an extra turn. But apparently they fixed that bug, so I am happy about that. I'm just gonna stay in. I don't have the extra health to swap around and stuff. Oh, that's really unfortunate for him that I missed. That's probably the game right there, honestly. That's darkness for you. I don't know. I think I was too far ahead. But the problem with the Void Glower is it's a really, really bad sweeper pet. And honestly, the Maw Crawler isn't the best sweeper pet. I mean, he's okay because he has an undead racial. And then Jingles is, you know, he's strong. He's really fast. But, you know, I don't think he's like the best sweeper. I take that back. He's a pretty good sweeper because he just hits really hard and he's fast. Which is generally the most important thing with the sweeper pet. But the Void Glower is just garbage as a sweeper because, like, you know, no matter what moves you have in your basic attack, you're not going to be able to hit very hard. And generally, I think Poison Protocol is a little bit better. If you want to use him as a sweeper, Void Slap would obviously be a lot better. But, yeah, I want to try this combo. Or maybe something with a different Minefield user. Maybe, like, the little Blingtron would be pretty cool. Actually, now that I think about that, I kind of like that a little better. Sorry, not little Blingtron, the knockoff Blingtron. I kind of like this better. You do have the aquatic damage, so you can afford to run the minefield users that have pure mechanical damage, because you have the coverage against elementals. It's not like great coverage, so if I was going to run a team with knockoff Blingtron and the Maw Crawler, I'd probably still want something with heavy elemental counter damage, so aquatic damage. I'm not sure what exactly I would want. I don't know if like the Bloodstone Tunneler would be good, because Swallow Hall is a really cool ability, but then you have like the kind of counter synergy with Paralyzing Venom, and then the chance to stun with Tornado Punch. I'll have to think about it. I do spend a lot of time making my teams usually, because I try to like pick exactly the perfect pet, and it takes a long time. But I do like this pet a lot, and Kovok wanted to see me play with it, so I'll try it some more in the future, and yeah, I'll see what kind of teams I can put together with it. It's definitely pretty cool because it has a lot of speed, but generally that isn't the best thing for undeads, because usually you can kind of get away with not having that much speed. At this point I feel like I'm kind of rambling, so I'm just going to wrap it up. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you all enjoyed the challenge. I was kind of surprised I went 5-0, but it is Critter Week. You never know what you're going to queue into, and I definitely did not go 5-0, as you can see. I did not go undefeated when I was putting together the teams and trying to figure out what to play with. I guess I could have, made it a little bit harder of a challenge and played with pets that are just terrible. Like, for example, if you look at Twilight with, with his moveset, if you're running, we generally, I guess, Pounce is probably the off move, and then Spore Shrooms and Drain Power, he is, like, tier 3. He's a very, very bad pet. So, he's completely overpowered with Call of Darkness and Surge of Light, but I just felt like it was too hard for me to get any wins, and I was really struggling, especially because when I was trying it out, I was queuing into a lot of Sandstorm, and so like when you're playing with this moveset, you just literally can't do anything against like a Karaji Guardling or something. So I opted for some pets that are, a little bit more viable with pretty much whatever moveset, but you generally have like a standardized, like, Biss moveset, and I just went with the opposite of that. So hope you all enjoyed the challenge. I actually had a lot of fun with it, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, y'all.